a couple issues on my boat here. One is my throttle control. If I put it all the way open, it just comes back, so I need to tighten my friction. My gauge is not working, so you can see the alarm is just sitting there flashing. The oil things are not lighting up the way that they should. And then also the other issue is that when I turn the key switch off, the engine does not shut off. And the only way to shut it off is I have to pull the cowling off and disconnect the pulser coil, which is a whole nother thing. So let me fix my friction control real quick, and then we'll get into some of the other issues like my transducer. See, it's reading fine now. Oh, it just lost depth. So it randomly loses depth, and the thing is buried and spraying water all over the place. So we're gonna have to fix that. We just need to tighten this little screw right here. I'm actually just going to leave that off real quick. Let's take it for a real quick ride and see if that fixed it. All right, that fixed that, easy peasy. Now I'm gonna go put the cover back on. And also I forgot about something else up here I need to fix is this compartment here. I need to tighten this up because whenever we get going, this thing rattles really bad. So I need to figure out maybe the distance between here. I don't know if there's any way that I can fix that. Maybe I put some tape around this. Maybe that'll probably be the fix for that, is some tape on there or something. Maybe a piece of rubber. I don't know if I got any rubber. That's not a permanent fix, but that's gonna be good for right now. So in order for me to shut the engine off and turn that off, even if I disconnect this, it still doesn't shut off. So I have to disconnect this, being my pulser coil. And once I disconnect the pulser coil, it loses it loses signal from the crank, and that's what shuts it off. That's a little bit of an issue. So I'm not sure what's going on with this CDI box, because the CDI box should receive the shut off on the black and yellow wire that goes in there, but it's not receiving that even if I disconnect this. So I gotta investigate that. Hopefully that is not messed up, because if it is, that's gonna be unfortunate. All right, so our transducer problem, there's a couple of issues here. One, it's way too low. I mean, you can see water coming off here, just hits this and then blasts all over the top of the engine and all over into the back of the boat. Problem number one. Two, I've raised it as high as I possibly can based on where it was, and that's not enough. And then three, if you see that strake right there, it comes right off of that into this transducer, which that aerates our water, which gives an aerated water all over this transducer, which makes it read inaccurately. Big problem. So opposed to just moving this up, I think I'm going to move it over to like here, and I'll probably, because of the way this boat rides, I might actually bring this up to where the water coming off here just barely skims the bottom of this and not really hits the front of it. That's kind of my idea as of right now. Unfortunately, that's just the best way to do it. I mean, coming off that straight, that's a problem. Really, it should be like here is where this transducer should be. So that's what we're gonna do with that. And then I'll probably just, I don't know if I'm gonna epoxy 2 screws into there or what I'll do. I'm gonna see if I can't get some more wire out of here to give me the wire to come over to here, because I've got a hole there now. It's just whoever put this on here just didn't know what they was doing. So let me take it off here and figure out what I got as far as liberty with the wire. now I just need to get in here and give me some wire to get this over like that, which is great, because I really don't want to have to undo all this. I mean, I've got some, here's some wire here. I wish I could get access, but this thing is bundled up. I'm gonna have to unwind this, cut some zip ties, feed the wire. So that's what I'm gonna go do now. I can't point. Yeah, that's all I got there. So I mean, I got this much, like there's enough there to make that little loop, to make this little bend over to there, because I don't want to put any more holes in this transom. So that's what I'm going to do next, and then hopefully if the rain lets us, we'll start working on the no stop situation on the engine. All right, transducer situation has been resolved, and that's gonna fix our spray. It's not gonna read at speed, but why do you need to read depth at 30 miles an hour? Anyway, that's the way I look at it. So now let's go ahead and take the cover off. The rain's holding off for us, so let's go ahead and take the cover off and start looking at the CDI box and see if we can figure out why this thing won't turn off with the key switch. Okay, key switch is off. And as you can see, my key switch is off. Engine's still running. Let me unplug this. Okay, let me take my key switch. Key switch is on. Let me plug this in. Okay. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Well, looks like I might have a key switch or an engine harness problem. Okay. Idle down a little bit. Okay, now let's go back and double check this. Okay, now let's go ahead and turn this on. Now, keys off, nothing. Unplug this, nothing. Now if I turn this on, plug back in here, key off, it shuts off. Well, I don't know why it wasn't doing that the other day, but I did that twice in a row, so that confirms for me what's going on here. I'm gonna change out that key switch and see what happens. Take a little peek-sees up into here. I knew I had a couple of these up here. Now, let's disassemble this and get one of these things out of here. We'll check which one's good first. If this works consecutively, I'm gonna be kind of frustrated. All right, you dirty biscuit. Well, that is amazing and funny all at the same time. Why it randomly was not working earlier, and I checked that key switch twice. Well, tachometer has been fixed. I'm not sure how, but the dip switches on the back got messed up. So somehow these dip switches right there, that thing got flipped to 4-stroke. I don't know how that happened, but got it fixed. Now I got to put all this back together. Tore up some of my gel coat taking this thing off. All right, well, I think I'm happy with these results. I think we can go to the ramp now. Well, that actually fixed the transducer by moving it down, and also it's not spraying near what it was, so that fixed the transducer. The key switch, I came back the other day and that did not do it, so what I had to do is actually change to the lead acid battery, whatever it was, that lithium. The flow level was going, because I changed the key switch and that didn't fix it. But transducer, it loses depth every now and then. The height is right, but I'm gonna go ahead and change the transducer because it is damaged itself, but I'll do that on a different video. Beautiful.